Ramirez of the Cuban Domadores comes with 1 win on points. That was in this season, 2013, 2014, of course, because the Cubans newly arrived. That was against Mexico's Gonzalez Morales. He's currently ranked number 2 in the WSB rankings. Stands 175 centimeters, 20 years of age, and he boxes orthodox. This is his opponent.
Kırmızı kürden mübarizə varacaq. Baku faiz komandasının boksçusu. Gençler arasında dünya şampiyonu
Magomed GURBANOV of the Azerbaijani Baku Fires. Lost in his first outing this year, this season, against Baghdad Alambekov of Kazakhstan. He's currently ranked number 10, 166 centimeters, 23 years of age, and fight southpaw. So a tough draw for Magomed GURBANOV. That ranking at 10 against the Ramirez ranking at 2. Slight age difference, 3 years, and the height difference. Ramirez coming in at 175 centimeters, and Magomed GURBANOV coming in at 166. So if you're a numbers cruncher, there's a lot there to conjure with on paper. Of course, it's all decided in the ring. So we schedule another 5 rounds. Our referee from Morocco, Mr. Hassan Zubid. These are our judges. So, for the Azerbaijani Baku Fires, Magomed GURBANOV. For the Cuban Domadores, Robeisy, Ramirez. Cubans fighting away from home. As I mentioned earlier, we've only lost 2 bouts all season, and both of those were to the Kazakhs. This is a fighter that's come to this with high hopes attached to him. Magomed GURBANOV. Although he's giving away a slight height advantage, he's a tough fighter. And a loss on your record to the Astana Arlands, the Kazakh team, well, that's no big deal. But this is a tough call, because Robeisy Ramirez, well, a very slick performer indeed. Ramirez, southpaw. GURBANOV, orthodox. GURBANOV moving all the right way. Controlling centre ring and starting to move some shots around now. Convincing win against the Mexican, Gonzalez Morales, but he's got his work cut out here tonight. And, well, this a more even matchup, and getting furious in there. as the exchanges start to connect, and they've got heat on them. Just over a minute left in round one, and these two are going toe-to-toe and head-to-head. Bags of grunt going into those shots. And Ramirez happy to trade. It's interesting because the height advantage is with Ramirez, but in the ring, he's not using that to advantage. Now they've had a look, Ramirez starting to open up, starting to be a bit more fluid, drop the guard and throw the shots out. But this is going to be an attritional contest between these two. The clock ticks down, very hard to decide which way this will go. For my money, I actually think Magomed GURBANOV is on top here, and he's landing good clean shots, and towards the end of the round he's finishing strongly. And when a fighter showboats and makes faces like that, it generally means he's been hurt. Well, there's the end of the round, and I think it was a great first opener for GURBANOV, who might just tip the balance here in the Azeri's favour. But he looks very much as if he's in control here in the slow-mo. And Robeisy Ramirez showboats, but the tail of the tape says it all. This will be a very close call indeed for the judges, but I actually think Magomed GURBANOV has done enough here. So at bantamweight, 56 kilograms. Well, the judges are found in favour of Robeisy Ramirez. Interesting call there, but 10-9 across the board, judge A, B and C. We go to 2. I thought that was a very strong round for the Azeri. I really did. But hey, 5 judges and the eye scoring system have, without fallibility, shown that my call was wrong. Well, the Cuban now starting to showboat, really drawing on the Azeri and starting to put some heat on the punches now as these two connect. That big right hand sails over the head of Magomed GURBANOV. It's done it twice. And second time the referee, Mr. Zubid, has had to speak to Ramirez about the backhand, which I don't think is intentional. It's just the way these two are going at the task at hand here. That big left hand going across from Ramirez. It's sloppy, it's off target. The referee warning GURBANOV about holding and hitting, and indeed pushing the head down. And actually now you start to see the height advantage that Ramirez has got. So dominating centre ring, really. Oh, and there was a little, I thought a little clip of the left hand, but referee saying it was no knockdown. Well, the Azeri now will want to assert himself back as soon as possible. Well, starting now to dominate. And the Cubans, well, they are just another level, aren't they? And throughout this whole tournament, this group was dubbed Group B, the group of death. And we can see why now, because Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, 2 great boxing nations, have really had their work cut out trying to contain these new kids on the block from Cuba. Well, Ramirez not immune from the odd shot. Good left hand there from GURBANOV. But just look at that, gets straight back in, targets well, slips beautifully, chases GURBANOV, starts to put pressure on the ropes. And RAMIREZ just taking a little one on the kisser after the bell. RAMIREZ, I think, has got enough power for a stoppage here. And that really would be the nail in the coffin for the Azeris. Just look at the margins involved between a hit and a miss. Just that nuance, the movement of the head, just a flick to the left or the right, and you're out. GURBANOV trying to do the same. Gets tagged. We go to round 3, and I think unless something major happens in this third round, Magomed GURBANOV, valiant though it is, this is going to be an effort that's going to fall on the rocks. We haven't had a chance to see how the judges found round 2, but I would venture they found in favour of the Cuban. The referee has called for both fighters to return to their corners, whilst the cornermen, neutral corners, my bad, while the cornermen sort out their corners. So round 3, scheduled 5 in this bantamweight 56 kilogram weight category here in the C1 weight category. The WSB season 4, that was a good tag. Well, this could be the upset. GURBANOV comes back strong, and we've not seen this before, not in round 1 or 2. GURBANOV just looking so confident and looking to bring it to the Cuban. And that was a real shock in 3. And straight back onto it, Magomed GURBANOV looking to capitalise this round pivotal. If GURBANOV can take this, well, out of 5, a huge chance of pulling one back here for the Azeris. Cuba, of course, 1 bout ahead. Hamza Namatov being beaten by Yozbani Vieta. But the momentum has slowed, and GURBANOV now being drawn into that Cuban web of spoiling and foiling to put paid to the toiling. Electrifying speed, electrifying reflexes. Oh, and the Cuban now really headhunting. And there's the count. And that's the round for Magomed GURBANOV. There's the count. And referee Hassan Zubid saw fit to give a mandatory 8 to Magomed GURBANOV after such a promising start to this third round. GURBANOV takes the count. What a tough, tough call. And actually, a great call there from the referee, because a couple of times I've seen Ramirez's head go in, and he's just had a word with him about that. And it's a tough call for the Azeris, but it's a tough group. But the Cubans just rise to the occasion time and time again. Little clash of heads there as well. Oh, and another good connection, a left and a right from Ramirez. Sweeps back to his corner. So the slow-mo invites us just to revisit the excellence both these fighters have brought to this bout. Well, this is how the judges saw it. So a clean sweep again for Robeisy, RAMIREZ. 28-29, 28-29, 27-29. Judge A, B, and C finding 10-9 in favour of the Cuban fighter. So at round 3, Cuba looking to steal number 2 in tonight's proceedings. So round 4, Magomed GURBANOV of the Azeri Baku Fires, Robeisy, RAMIREZ of the Cuba Domadores. It's interesting because the AIBA World Boxing Championships first started in Cuba in 1974. Cuba, the undoubted home of some of the world's best talent in boxing. And what a great platform WSB is to allow them to come out and show their skills on the world platform like this. So 4, and you sense that RAMIREZ now can take the pressure off, ease up on the gas, because that standing count that GURBANOV took came off the back of a little crisp shot. Managed to land a few more, RAMIREZ, before the end of the round, so he knows he can hurt GURBANOV. GURBANOV gamely, still coming back, still looking for a way to find his way back into this, searching for a strategy. And you can almost hear the minds of these two working in this physical game of chess. Swings with the open left, RAMIREZ, and that's almost as a sign of contempt. So just 20 years of age, RAMIREZ, what a prospect. So we just under half a minute left in round 4. Magomed GURBANOV not really finding this Sudoku solution, how to cause problems for Robeisy, RAMIREZ. RAMIREZ now standing off, dropped guard, inviting GURBANOV in. And he gives him a little, take that with you go, when you go, just on the bell. And again, I have to stress, Magomed GURBANOV putting in a performance that against any other fighter would be world beating. But he's in the ring against a Cuban. And I hate to have that fait accompli and negativity about what I'm saying here, but there again the judges find in favour of RAMIREZ, the Cuban. 10-9, 10-9, 10-9, Judge A, B, and C. 37-39, 37-39, 36-39 from Judge C. So, you know, it's hard to find a positive at this stage for GURBANOV unless there's a stoppage. Round 5, the 5th and final round here. Magomed GURBANOV in the black flame trunks for the Azeri Baku Fires, takes on a fighter whose name I suspect he will not forget for a very long time. From the Cuba Domadores, Robeisy Ramirez. Ramirez starting this 5th round with the intent of a fighter who is going to look to finish very strongly indeed, if not decisively. Ramirez in the white and gold. Southpaw fighter. Soaking up some shots from GURBANOV that on another day, in another fight, with another opponent, might well be conclusive and decisive. But against Ramirez, raindrops off a duck's back. And just soaking it up now, Ramirez, almost rope-a-doping GURBANOV, soaking up the shots to try and open him up. Little clash of heads there. Good left hook, and another left hook, then the right again, then the left. Oh, this is atrocious work from Ramirez. He's looking to finish, head hunting. What an amazing testimony to the chin of Magomed GURBANOV. They were showstoppers, as were they. And actually, I think there's a look on Robeisy Ramirez's face of, what do I got to do to put this guy away? We've seen 3 flurries of absolutely brilliant combinations from Robeisy Ramirez. Magomed GURBANOV has taken every shot, ridden the storm. And actually, even though Ramirez in the 4th round took a lot of shots on the arms and stood there to try and rope-a-dope, GURBANOV is not tired. And right up until the wire, GURBANOV really gave everything he had. But I'm sorry to say that I think this is number 2 for Cuba. And I say sorry because it really puts the pressure now on the Azeris. If they're going to take this and move up the rankings significantly, they're going to need to win the next 3 bouts straight. And against Cuba, that's a tough call. So sailing through, the new kids on the block, Cuba, I would venture, will have taken this. We'll wait to see what the official verdict is. So we wait for the judges' scorecards. Referee Hassan Zubi calling both fighters. So Cuba have done it. And all 3 judges, Judge A, B and C, found in favour. 46-49, 46-49, 45-49. And all judges in the 5th round found in favour, giving 10-9 to Robeisy Ramirez. Again, a reminder, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube, as well as Flickr.